Let's do Forlorn Muskeg. Favorite routes. Okay, this is a good spot to start. So this is how you would get to Forlorn Muskeg. That's Mystery Lake over that way, I think. Yeah. So let's say you're coming from Mystery Lake and you want to go to the forge. So if you, generally speaking, stick to the tracks, all you have to do is keep an eye out for the bear and a few wolves between here and the train cars up there. If you're headed over to one of the radio tower in that part of the region, going up this way and hugging the side of the area where the mountains are is a reasonably safe way to get around. But, you know, assuming you're heading towards the forge here, you just go this way. And you want to be really paying attention to the sound, because the bear could be right over there, he could walk right through here. So you just need to stay very aware. He can be over this way sometimes. There's a wolf. Center screen. And there's the bear. So the wolves over here, they can... Yeah, I don't have a rock. Is there a rock nearby? Anyway, so I can't point to it. But where those trees in center screen are, that hill sometimes has wolves, and obviously there's one wandering around over here too. So as I get closer to the train wreck, I come over here to try and avoid them. Yeah, there's one right now. 2. So there might be 3 over that way. So I'm probably far enough away, hugging the edge of the ice, that they won't notice me. And then I can kind of hug the hill to stay hidden. And then come in behind everything that way. Stone, a couple of stones, that's going to be useful. Some sticks. Crouching when you're close, they might hear or see was always a good idea too.
Cold.
Let's get some coal, more coal. Don't need any of that. That'll be useful for burning. There's not a... Interesting. There's not a flare to light something.
This'll come in handy.
I don't have matches, do I? I have matches. Wow, Stalker's very good compared to the Interloper. Alright, so let's start a fire and make some torches. Take some torches. Lots of crappy torches. That's better. if the wind will let us keep a lit torch, that'll be nice, but otherwise we'll have something to use next time we see a wolf. Let's use the crappy torches first. Alright, off we go. So, my favorite route for here is to go down this way. So we're going to go down kind of through the middle and try and get to the farm with the forge over that way. And there should be at least one wolf encounter along the way that's not really avoidable. Another useful thing about this route is if there's a handful of rocks, you can quickly make a fire if you need to warm up, although I'm not going to worry about that for this since it's just a test run. So, yep, there goes the torch. Here is one of the locations where a wolf can be. Sometimes it's a good idea to go around this way. Maybe even crouch and creep along. Although I'm not seeing a wolf. Sometimes you can creep past them if they're over here. They'll usually be patrolling over that way.
If I don't warm up.
And if I wasn't crouched, they would have seen me by now if they were here. Other times they might be over this way, on the other side, on the left side of that rock. So sometimes going this route helps. And here's where, yep, two of them. They haven't seen me yet. Don't really want to try lighting a torch with this wind. So if I can sneak past them, hugging the tree here, I should be able to get away before they notice me. Okay. From this point onward, you shouldn't have any wolf problems. As long as you know where you're going and you stick to a pretty straight route over to the farm. And there's definitely no risk of a bear on this route after you've left the train tracks. So there's the forge, its shed. Then you just come through this outbuilding. and then follow the boardwalk over. Now, what you do need to be careful about on the approach is there can be wolves on this corner in the fenced area. So you don't want to go just straight up through here. You want to angle this way. And then come up this hillside. Just keep an eye out, see if there's any of them over there. There's usually never wolves over here unless you go almost over to the other buildings. And here we are. So, since it's nighttime, I'm not going to risk going back the way towards Mystery Lake, which I do want to show you so that you have a sense of what it looks like going the other way. So we're going to make a fire, and I will probably edit out this next section of the video. So we're going to spend the night. What? Oh, I have no tinder. Haha. Oh yeah, we're going nowhere. Not with an Aurora going. Alright, here we are. Nice morning. Good weather so far. Let's pull ourselves some torches. Ooh, nice one. Alright. So, the way back to Mystery Lake from here is to just retrace your steps. Sometimes you can go across that way, but sometimes there's wolves, so safest bet is to just go this way. Okay, so we're going to have wolf friends up that way when we get to it. Now you can use Style Zachnophane's trick to deal with the wolves since the weather is calm. We're just going to try and sneak past them. Okay. He's not facing... Whoa. That's interesting. Okay, so don't get too far away from the trunk.
Starting to feel numb.
Okay, coming our way. So not a time when I want to stand up. And they'll generally stay over there if they don't see you. Although, why they're not seeing somebody with a torch, I don't know, but whatever. It's the game. And then you want to crouch back down again, because they're going to hear you coming around. I'm going to risk it. And that should be it for the wolves. Until we get up towards the train cars. It's that way. And the bear is out somewhere. Because I can hear the bear crows. So where is Mr. Bear? There he is, right there. And that's kind of the way we need to go. If I was coming back the way I had gone, so we're not going to go that way since he's right there. We're going to go this direction. And again, as you get closer to the rail cars, you just want to be really careful about wolves and the bear. So pay attention to what's around you. Listen to the sounds. And generally try and stay on this side of the train cars as far away from the tracks as you can without getting out onto the ice too much. So again, to avoid the wolves that are right the other side of the train cars, I'm going to go a little ways over this way and down. Mr. Bear out? There he is. Okay, he's not going to be a problem this time. Just need to be careful about those guys over there. Then you want to get back on this side of the tracks because the other side of that hill there's usually wolves, so you don't want to get too close to them. And up here, that's the entrance to Mystery Lake. So there might be wolves up this hillside. Doesn't look like there are today. It's a really bright bit of ice. That's interesting. So, let's say that you've come in from Mystery Lake and you want to go over to the cave that's over this way, or you want to go up to the signal tower, or you want to get to the transition zone that takes you up to the basin of Mountain Town. So you can go pretty much almost all the way without having to encounter wolves. There's a couple of spots where you have to be careful. Generally speaking, here, if you stay behind the ridge line, you're not going to encounter either the bear. You know, stay well away from that top of the ridge. Oh, okay, so you do have to be careful about the moose. You don't want to get too close to that pond. So, keep below the ridge line to avoid the bear and any wolves that are over the other side, and stay away from the moose. Alright, now there shouldn't be any bears this way, and there shouldn't be any wolves until we get up that way. Oh, there's a wolf. 2 wolves. Interesting. Don't usually see them there on Interloper, but this is Stalker, where there's more wolves. That was weird. I don't know what I ran into. So, best way to get to the cave is to risk a sprain by going up here and keeping an eye this direction for wolves. There aren't any today. So usually... Oh, nope, there they are. It's like they just dropped in out of nowhere. So, you know, you can get into the cave and leave the cave and whatnot. Stick close to the rock wall, and you shouldn't even need to crouch to get past them. Then you come down this way. And you can go straight across here. Now there might be a wolf or 2 up through these hills. I'm not remembering, because I don't usually come this way. So you want to be keeping an eye out for the wolves. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 down over that way. And then, as you go up the river here, you want to stay to the left, because there are wolves almost always up around where the radio tower is. So you don't want to get too close to that bank, just in case they notice you as you're walking along. This side of the river is usually safe. And then to get to Mountain Town, you go through this cave system, which we'll do. And this entire region is great because there's no predators. You only have to be careful about a moose being up here, potentially. There's usually bunnies. Occasionally there's a deer up here to hunt. The way to Milton... So we just came out of the cave there, and the way to Milton's up this way. So you basically just follow the path that goes up here, and then you'll come out into the basin below Milton, in the Mountain Town region. So that is the safe routes that I like in Forlorn Muskeg.